It said, "Oh, how are y'all doing? I'm getting ready. I'm getting ready to go to the post office. Something that I should have been doing. Should have been done. Should have been had it done. Should have been did it. But like I said, I don't know what I know. I'm gonna get it done today. You know that say 2 o'clock over there. I'm gonna be out of here before my sister comes. I promise you, I will be out of here before my sister come home from work. Not even that she got anything to do with it, but just to hear her mouth, girl, you ain't did that yet. What in the world? You just shut up, okay? I'm doing a lot already, okay? How about what can I do to help you? Okay? How about that? Other than all that mouth. Oblige me to back on. Yep. See, that's the thing. You put this tape down, boy. You better be ready. Cause one thing about this tape here is, especially on paper, it's a wrap. Okay, let me tell y'all about a little story that happened, right? And it was dealing with selling some junk cars. So I sold some. My brother passed, right? So I inherited his junk cars. Okay, so you know some of the people knew, some of the men folks knew, and that he had it. And one of my cousins came up, and you know he wanted to buy them. So he gave me a good deal. He was like, you know, he would buy. He told me he would. You know, he wanted to buy them. So it's okay. He dealt with he anyway. I felt like I felt like he was gonna be, he was on the up and up because of the simple fact, he used to, you know, deal real closely with my brother. So I figured, it wasn't gonna be no, bullshit. So, so. Oh, he came. We talked about it. So he was like, he told me he wanted 3 trucks. He wanted that F-150, old model F-150 back there, and he wanted that old, I think it's a 1970 truck he wanted. Then he wanted the, I think either 76 or 80 model Cutlass he wanted. He wanted all 3 of those, mind you now, because he told me, he said, well, he said, I give for all 3 of them. Look at him passing just now. Mm-hmm. See, talk about the devil, he will appear. But he told me, he said them three there, he told me, he said he would give me $250 for them. I said, okay, $350. He said, cause he made it a big deal. He made it his point. He made his point to tell me that, oh, they ain't buying junk like this. Ain't the season right here. They ain't buying junk like that now. You probably, if you went to the junk place now and try to sell them, you be good if you got you be good if you walk away with $200 or something. Yeah. I said, so the thing about it is, I knew he won't lie because at the time I had heard that before that the people buying junk thing had done gone down. People, they won't buying it like they used to. I said, okay. So I took him for his word. So he told me he'd give me $250 for it, for all 3 of them. So I said, okay. So so when he came, so mind you, the deal was just for the 3 trucks, nothing else. And it took him all of 3 weeks, all of 2 weeks to come and get them 3 trucks out of that yard. But the thing about it is, he had all the type of tools and the trucks and stuff to get it out. But why he was bullshitting was because he was back there stealing. So every tool back there you can possibly call. Cause see, there's another thing. my brother had a lot of tools and stuff that he bought, high price tools and stuff, and he knew that. Cause like I said, he did, he did come around a lot when my brother was living. You know what I'm saying? Because at the time, he was on drugs. So when he needed the extra change, he knew he could go to my brother, and my brother would look out. So, um, yeah, so my brother would look out. So uh, uh, then, so anyway, it just like I said. So one day like I said, that when I was standing one day I was at the sink washing dishes, and cause it was on my mind, like, what in the world is taking this boy so long, this man so long to get this stuff out of York. I remember one day back here, I remember one day watching him back there, and he was back there. I mean, he was just going through the truck, just like he was back, like somebody told him it was a pot of gold back there, so he better hurry up and find it. So I just sat there and I watched him, and so he finished doing that, and so he said, so the next day, or I think either it was the next day or the same day, I went back there and I said, what in the world was he after? I think it was the next day. And so I went and I'm looking, I see where, and it just hit me like, why in the world had this man got all this stuff on the back of this truck when all he wanted was the truck? No wonder he can't get it out of the yard. It's stuck and stuff, and he can't get it out like that with his truck because it's too heavy. Because I remember my sister telling me one day, she said that when she came home from work, she said him and two other guys was leaving out the yard on his truck, but had a truck full of, stuff on the back of it, like stuff from where, cause my daddy used to do concrete work. So he had a lot of forms up there, and what else was it? Them forms. It's a lot of, steel stuff that go with concrete. And so she said she didn't say nothing to him, so he went on and left. So so that's what made me start thinking, like, okay, he got this truck filled up again, so that's what he been doing. That's why he been taking his time trying to get them cars. It's because he back there trying to load down everything he can, so he can go and get other stuff. So I said, okay. So anyway, I called him that night and I told him, I said, look, if ain't nobody home, don't be in the yard, cause somebody got to be there when you doing. Okay, Wanda. So that's how he talked. So I said, so I went that day. I went to the unemployment office. I come back about 1, cause I wasn't feeling right when I was there. Something just said something wasn't right, and thank God I did, cause when I came up, here he is. He got this road back in the yard. And another guy and two other people back there in the yard. Man, I was pissed. So I went back. That's what I thought I told you that, you don't come in the yard if ain't nobody here. Well, Honor, I got to come when the man said that I need the road back. I got to come when he said he could. No, you don't. Oh, you got to check with me and schedule when you can come, and you tell him when you got the time. I ain't trying to hear that, but that's okay. That's what's up. I didn't want to argue. I ain't want to stand there and argue in front of everybody. But I was about to let him have it. So I went around and stuff. But mind you, that day I went back there after he had left. I took pictures of all the stuff he had got. He put on the truck. I got a picture, but I don't know how to insert it. Like they do that stuff. And when I do, I show it to y'all. But it was loaded down. And so I told him, I said, we didn't agree to this. I said, the only thing we agreed to was you getting them trucks in that car. We ain't agree. Well, I'll take it off. Where you want me to put it at? Now, he done got ill by now. No, when he got ill was that he was saying he was going to sell it. I said, okay then. I said, well, I'll tell you what. I said, I'm gonna go with you when you get ready to sell it. Well, I can take it off. Where you want me to put it at? I point a red there on the side. I put a red there at the edge of the tree. Put it right there. I know he won't get ready to take all that stuff back off that truck. I mean, don't get mad at me because you shouldn't have never did it in the beginning when you know that wasn't the deal. You don't just come in somebody's yard. I don't care if we are family. You don't just come in the yard unless I told you, oh, go back there and do. And if anything you see, you can have. That ain't what we agreed on. That ain't what I told him. Yeah, you come back here. The very reason that all that stuff that we had from when my brother passed, them tools and stuff like that, these blowers that you blow around the house, the thing that whole bunch of kind of tools, we all kinds of stuff that he had. He done come and walked off with him. Yeah, 'cause he done been back there coming. And, 'cause quite naturally ain't nobody going to say nothing because of the simple fact. One, he family. And two, you know what I'm saying, they done seen him in the yard. So quite naturally, ain't nobody going to think it's unusual he out here in the yard and leaving with stuff. 'Cause they going to think they agreed to it. We ain't agreed to shit. So anyway, uh, he didn't take it off, so he was like, okay, you can ride. And I mean, the whole while me following him to that place, I mean, he was driving ragged. I mean, he was driving so messed up. It was to the point that I had to stay back a little bit because I was thinking like, well, damn, it's getting ready. That stuff gonna fall off that truck if he keeps driving like he crazy. So anyway, we get to the place. And Lord, if that one, Lord, I wish I'd recorded it. I was recording back then, cause ooh, y'all would have been in for. Ooh. So anyway, we get back there, and when you first get there, you got to drive on this big scale, everything. You drive on the scale. Okay, the lady weigh it. Once she weigh it, and the thing about it, by the time we got down there, it was yeah, I got the talking word. I'm gonna be. By the time we got down there, it was almost closed. We were probably like a good hour, 2 hours. Um, we probably were like a good 2 hours um, from them closing. So, okay. Long story short, so being that they were about to close. The lady that did the weighing, I guess that we was her last weigh. Because she said rather than, because you're supposed to just do a circle. Come in and weigh. Then once you weigh, you'll go around to where that man that's on the bulldozer taking your stuff off, taking your stuff off. Once he take all your stuff off, you're going to come around to another scale. And you're going to drive up there again. And they're going to weigh you. And then once they weigh you, you're going to go to the window and they're going to give you a ticket. Once they give you so that was that. So being that they were about to close, they told him that he had to back up and go through the other way. So he had to back up and go the other way, which was the other way with the light coming out on. Rather than they told him to go back round to the end part to get his stuff off cause they were closed on that end. He couldn't go in that way. So go the way that you go out. So he went. So he go back there. Mind you now, I also had sold him my brother truck that my brother was driving uh, when he died. This is the truck he was driving every day. So, I sold this truck to him. He bought the truck and everything. It's his. That's what he just passed by on. And so, he, like I said, the whole while there, he just, acting like he just bowed. I mean, he just delirious, in an attitude, fussing at them. He won't fussing at me every time, act like he was just in a mood. And I know what it was. He was just upset because of the fact that he tried to sit there to see, mind you now, he wanted to sell me. He told me that he was going to buy them 3 trucks, that Ford truck and a Chevrolet truck and a Cutlass. Trucks, that Ford truck and a Chevrolet truck and a Cutlass. Them 3 junk cars, he told me that he would give me 250 for. Okay, fine, fine. Okay, now we get up there to the thing where they getting the ticket. So I'm standing over him like this. So I saw exactly so he couldn't tell me nothing different. So I still read that when she handed them ticket, and that woman gave him they on that ticket said $350. We get to the ATM thing, he give me $50. So I want to ask y'all is, mind you now, he told me that he wanted to give me $250 for 3 junk cars, right? But when he get to the junkyard and he sell that truck and the junk that was on it, all together it came to $350. So I told him, so no, I don't let him. So I told him, cause he tried to come back and get the other 2 cars. No, you ain't. Sure ain't. No, because you lied to me. You told me that they won't sell it for nothing. Even one that truck didn't bring that. I said, so you telling me that truck didn't bring you but $50 and that junk bought you 300? Well, I said, well, guess what? Then give me the $300 because the junk is mine. You got it out of my yard. We didn't agree to it. See, no, that ain't it. The truck. So he either way, he didn't have no win. Because if you talking about the junk, that's still mine. Cause you got that without asking. And okay, it's the $50, we even. So you still owe me. Like I said, but now he running around telling people, oh, Wanda got me for $250. I paid her $250. He sure did. Now come and bring me $250 for the other. Bring me $250 for each one of the other 2 that's left. No, you shouldn't try to play me. And that's what he tried to do. Because of the simple fact, you should see God don't like ugly. And that's exactly why he got what he got. That's exactly why I wasn't feeling right when I left that unemployment office and said, come on home, because knew it was a crook in my yard. Sure was. Knew it was a crook in my yard. Yeah. Because my thing is, you sitting here telling me, oh, big time talking and stuff. Oh, I can, I want to give you $250 for them. So I said, okay, I done heard it before. That the junk business won't doing too good. So I figured 250 was good. But then you gonna go over here and I see where you made $350 off in that truck and that junk. No, yeah, you can go on. Yeah, all right. Go on and lie on me all you want to. Then everybody else walking around thinking, oh, I done him wrong. I stole for him. And don't he know the story? I mean, he cussed me out. I don't care. Wanda, you wrong. You wrong, Wanda, you wrong. I said, no, you wrong. Because you shouldn't have lied. What I lie about, Wanda? What I lie about? You lied about the fact that you were going to you only said that you were making $50. That's why you gave me $50 for each one of them trucks. And that's all that you claimed that that would be made off that truck if you made that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay. And that's exactly why you got what you got. Mm-hmm. Thank you. Well, that best missed me. I mean, that pissed me off. I mean, that pissed me off some kind of bad that, cause like I said, my thing is, I mean, I was believing in him because I took him for his word because like I said, him and my brother was like, even though he was a crackhead and he always would borrow money from my brother, he got a head on him. He real smart, but he was just them drugs. And so, him and my brother, he always went to my brother. They were cool, So I figured like, they were tight like that, it'd be very rare that he would try to pull something. Shit. Yeah, they're the main one. Cause see, they had no idea. See, that's how them close ones can get you. Cause they figure you already saying, you already so like I said, they were close. So I'm already to the point where, okay, yeah, he ain't gonna, he ain't gonna try to stir me wrong. He ain't gonna try to take nothing from me. Shit. He want to take hard. He want to take harder than. He want to take harder than a stranger. That's why I said, boy. I'm telling y'all, terrible. Yeah, and then like I said, done went and told everybody that I stole some money from him, but they ain't told the whole story because his daughter come over here, and cause I was doing his daughter hair, and see she don't come and let me do her hair no more. But I understand that's your daddy. But my thing is, you need to know the truth. You don't need to know no damn lie. Yeah, he didn't win, so he went. He wanted to be the first to run and tell everybody the story, so everybody have his side and look at me like they do. And you think I care? No. Because first of all, if you want to take his side and believe what he's saying, then that's on you just as ignorant as he is. If you want to believe it. And wanting to text me. One night. One night. It was about 12 o'clock at night. He come texting me talking about, oh, you ain't shit, and oh, you took my money, and that's why I come. Now, mind you, that's why I come. That's why I come your brothers and stuff. That's why your brothers talked about you, said you won't no good. These my dead brothers now that he claiming told him that that I won't hit no nut. Yeah, right. Yeah, right, nigga. I'm just saying. Excuse me for that, but I'm just saying. It bothered me when I read it, but at the same time, I knew it was a lie because I know one thing I know about my brother, and that's he did not discuss his business. Nah, he didn't discuss his family. Now he might have did it with his he mailman. He might have did it with his trifling ass fit girlfriend. Now he might have sit down and talked about us to her, cause he was with her for many amount of years. But her good trifling ass. No, and then did I like her? Yeah, I liked her in the beginning. I did. And I'm like I said, I'm the type of one, I'm keeping it real. I'm not leaving. I'm that one that like I said, if you're gonna be with me, you got to keep it real. That's why it's called 100 Wanda Warriors. Y'all got to be 100. My thing is, like I said, I'm all about motivation, being happy, but still at the same time, let's not forget about this over here. We can talk about this over here and still go have a happy. That's what I'm talking about. Let's not forget about it. Let's speak on it. Because when you sit here and you turn a blind eye, that's when it says stuff continue to still happen. I know, like they say, sometimes pick your battles, and that's true, and that's what I do. Like I said, that used to be my, that was my girl, yes. But it got to the point where, I'm particular about my family now. I might talk junk about them and say stuff, but you ain't gonna do it. No, ma'am, you're not gonna do it. That's why I'm very protected over my people. So I'm trying to tell you, so if you become my 100 Wanda Warriors, I ain't gonna, I got you. Trying to tell you, I ain't gonna let nobody ain't gonna let nobody handle my people now. I'm sorry. They talk about you, they talking about me. So, that's how I roll. So, how I fell out with her is because of the simple fact I used to love her to death. But then it got to the point where, I love my brother too. And so it's like, and I know my brother was the type of person. He was the type of guy, he wasn't no rowdy guy, and he wasn't into a whole bunch of, he was that man. He ain't into no he wasn't into no pettiness. He was more or less like a solitary person. He wasn't into a whole lot of hanging out, going out, and stuff like that. He more or less like to stay to himself. you know, and so, they were together, and I mean, she would do it all the time. But all the time, every time you turn around, she would talk about how he couldn't do nothing, his private part or something, So, uh, I mean, she didn't care who she did. I mean, she was like this. She did not care who. She didn't care who around when she would. She didn't care who around when she would talk about his private part. He ain't got much. That thing don't work no more. I mean, who do that? I ain't talking about no child. I'm talking about a grown woman. I mean, sitting in front of her kids and stuff too, saying stuff and thinking it's funny. No, I ain't appreciate that. Not at all. I didn't. I just didn't appreciate that. And that's when I start falling out with her because of the simple fact I don't think that was right. I think, my thing is that was your fiance, and you won't stand in here in front of people, what I'm saying, friends and stuff, and belittle him like that. I mean, come on now, who do stuff like that? Especially when you know that he's not that type of person. He never been that type of person to sit around people and talk about stuff like that. Yeah, you got, okay, if you that type of person, you and yours is like that, don't, y'all can uh, put each other on blast and don't have no problem with it. But see, that's the thing. He won't putting her on blast. See, she one of these people. She one of these stand up. She about 7'1". And yeah, she was taller than him. But if you even look like you calling her a giant, she melt like a midget. That's what I'm saying. That's them type of people. They can talk all day long and talk junk, call you out of your name and trip on you and laugh at you and ha ha ha. And the first time you say something about them, oh, they ready to, what I'm saying, they ready to cuss you out. But you fail to understand. How can you sit here and say something about me, talk about me, but you don't want me to say nothing about you? I'm telling you, she was bad for that now. Bad habit of that. She could sit here and come in, oh, you fish eye food. She was one of them ones that had that old school, always putting something with something that sounds stupid. One of them real far back country bunting. So my thing is, like I said, but she was real sensitive. I mean, my thing is, and them the main ones. If y'all got somebody in y'all family that that you ain't that's sensitive like that, but yet the main ones and the first ones to stand up and want to clown somebody is the sensitive one. But if you say something to them, oh, they ready to, what I'm saying, they ready to fight. Oh, why you say that? Yeah, my sister like that. Yeah, she used to be like that until I know she's been around me. She done toughen up. Yeah, but she still like that now. You could say she sit here all day long and tell you how you fucking up or who you with. This is this and that and that's stupid. Oh, that's silly. They silly. But you can't tell her nothing about hers now. I know y'all know somebody like that, and they get mad quick if you go to saying something about her about what's going on with her. But yeah, she can put her whole dollar in your business, but you can't even put 1 cent. Well, I'm saying I had to tell her plenty of times. First of all, my thing is you need to keep your mouth out of other people's business too. When yours is me, you don't want that somebody come to you and ask you something real quick about yours, you'll freeze up and have a fit. If they get an opinion on it, you be ready to fight. I know, but if I were to sit here and tell her that right now, we'd be in here arguing like cats and dogs. But like I said, people hate to hear the truth. I ain't got to lie. I sit here and see it every day. Sit here, you're a vulnerable person and you naive and you know what I'm saying. Hey, own it. Don't be ashamed of it. But yeah, like I said, she really, she really was somewhat an embarrassment to my brother because of how she was when we get around got around her family and stuff. You don't do stuff like that. Yeah, I could tell on his face plenty of times. Every time she done it, he even said it. Yeah, she loved to run her mouth too much. She don't care how she run it. Yeah, 'cause me and my brother used to talk all the time. Yeah, and they were together for what 30-some years. Yeah, he didn't marry her. Yeah, 'cause she won't right. How you gonna marry somebody and I mean, he know what he was getting into. He know what it was. Yeah. Then plus many times I done hear somebody say plenty of times that she done went around and said only reason she was with him was for the money. Okay. Okay. Do I believe it? Yeah, I believe it. Mhm. I believe it. Because my thing is, if you love somebody, you ain't got to be told what not to do and what to do. You ain't dumbfounded to the point that you standing there. She wanted to humiliate him in front of her kids and stuff. She wanted to. Even the kids had, even one of the kids, which is my favorite. She even had to tell her, Mom, I don't want to hear you. I ain't trying to hear you talk about dad like that. They used to call him daddy because, yeah, he grew. Hell, they were practically, he raised them. They were young when they got together. But the other one, they back there laughing just as hard as she is. That's why, so I don't appreciate that. And this is during the time when he was sick and she was doing it. No, I don't appreciate that. Mm-mm. Then gonna be mad cause he didn't leave you nothing. What? Please. All I'm saying is the lesson is be careful what you do and what you say. All right, I am finished.